Familiarity breeds contempt. The LA Kings and the Edmonton Oilers for a fourth consecutive year. The only difference, we're starting it in LA.
Edmonton has won each of those series, so LA looking to upend the Oilers for the first time.
The challenges for LA will be the same as it has been the past 3 years.
97-29.
It's going to be tough to shut down Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, and they haven't done it yet, but they've got two guys in Kopitar and Philip Danault. Can they do it this year?
Drops it back, shot from the boards, and a save by Kemper who covers.
And the ex-King Victor Arvidsson gets shoved out of there by Gavrikov. They're starting early.
And a penalty coming up and a holding call behind the Edmonton net.
First penalty in the hockey game at 2:08 in the opening frame.
Swings across. Shot! Score! Kuzmenko! Power play goal. Kings up 1-0.
And that goes behind the net. Penalty coming up to LA.
And Edmonton will have an opportunity to answer LA's power play goal with one of its own. McDavid gets to the net. Drives out a one-timer to save. Kemper squared up.
Draisaitl with the one-timer was the best chance, and Kemper had the solution for that.
And a vicious hit at the blue line. He got drilled.
And a second one. He got sandwiched that time.
Anderson across to Downey. He'll walk in. The shot. Save. Maymice get a rebound. Scores.
Battle through the physical play. Make plays when they have to. Kopitar for Kuzmenko to Kemper. Score!
Byfield came out front. Byfield rebounds, scores. 4-0 Los Angeles.
It's a runaway now.
And Skinner once again hearing it from the crowd here in Los Angeles. Draisaitl and McDavid, their body language says it all.
This is how he kind of gets himself into the game. He gets emotional, comes out, and makes a huge play.
On the left wing boards to McDavid. Holds off Kopitar. Pass across. Scores!
McDavid would not be denied.
Frederick centering. The pass broken up. Loose in the slot. They score!
Flicker of life here for Edmonton. Down the right wing into the corner. McDavid in front. Scores!
Perry to McDavid, challenging Kemper. In front, stuffed home. Zach Hyman. It's 5-4 with 2:04 remaining. The Oilers refuse to go quietly.
The two big boys take over for the Oilers when they absolutely needed to do so.
1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Here's McDavid working his way to the net. He shot score! Connor McDavid has tied the game. The Oilers have come all the way back, and we are tied at 5.
The Kings are just shell-shocked here.
Let's win it right here, right now in regulation. All the momentum on Edmonton's side.
Your mind can wander to, well, what happens if? You got to make sure you're not thinking about that, otherwise it will happen.
Backhand pass towards the front of the net by McDavid. Broken up now, picked up Moore. Moore moves in. Moore to the trailer. Danault shot. Score! Deflected in front. 41 seconds left.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
It's hard to play a game like that mentally, but that's playoff though, that's emotion. For us, we have to play even better next game.
We're going to need contributions from everybody, not just Connor, not just Leon. I'm not sure how this series is going to go.
Stage is set for Game 2 in this first round Stanley Cup playoff series.
Generally wouldn't change your lineup, especially early into a playoff series, but you start to make changes when you have a player like Evander Kane available.
Evander Kane has not played in a game since Game 2 of last year's Stanley Cup Final. 2 surgeries and 10 months later, Kane in the lineup tonight. The Oilers look to bounce back following a 2-goal performance from Philip Danault, who netted the game winner with just 42 seconds remaining in Game 1.
Brent Clark streaking in. Clark's drawn a penalty.
It's going to be Evander Kane, his first game back.
They don't want to put this power play out there too often right now. They're feeling it.
Warren Fogle, they score! Brent Clark on the power play! And LA strikes first in Game 2.
Pitching is Gavrikov, but he got hit hard there by Draisaitl. Byfield to the net. Shoots! Scores! Draisaitl went for the hit. Byfield went to the net. And that's the reaction from the captain, Connor McDavid, on the bench.
Kuzmenko with a quick turn on Frederick. Kuzmenko driving to the crease. He drew a penalty. Puck still in the neighborhood. And right back to the power play go the LA Kings.
Kopitar to Kempe. Quick shot. Hit the post. Kempe hits the post from straight out.
Behind the net, Kuzmenko. Kempe lets it go off the backboard. It's Kuzmenko. It's a power play goal. And it's 3-0 LA.
Right after that
that 3-0 goal. Connor McDavid on the bench is saying, hey, let's just get the next one, get ourselves into this game. This is a team, Edmonton, that can come back.
Klingberg keeps it alive for Edmonton. Can't get it away from Klingberg. A wrister tip, scores!
Don't turn the TV set off.
A lot of people learned their lesson on Monday. On Colson, turns away from Downey. On Colson for Kulak, scores! Arvidsson, the former King.
And you can feel a little apprehension right here in LA, knowing what happened in game 1.
Here's LaFerriere with a drag and a shot that's blocked. Got it again. Did he tuck it? No!
Nice pressure. Kopitar a steal. In front. Shot. Score! And Kempe!
Henry. And it's going to be a roughing call that Edmonton did not need with 12 and a half minutes left in regulation.
Fiala waits. Back across. They score! The third power play goal tonight for LA.
Calvin Pickard will make his 2025 playoff debut, and Stuart Skinner is done for the night.
Just takes the body. Here the Kings go. 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-1. Kempe to the net. Shoots. Score!
6-2 is your final. And a 2-0 edge going back to Edmonton for game 3.
Got home ice, battled hard for it, and we wanted to take advantage. The next game, you focus on that just kind of a day at a time, but so far it's been a good start.
To say that we're not hungry, I don't know. Our guys have been waiting all year to hit the playoffs. We can step up our game a little more.
Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. Game 3, Western Conference first round series.
Kopitar and the Kings were just about to start playing golf a year ago. This year, what a different story.
Connor McDavid held off the score sheet last game. You got to think, you get an angry Connor. That's not good.
Bounces into the left wing corner, Kings territory. McDavid behind the net to the side. Comes in front. Scores!
Oilers have their first lead of the series.
Some heavy hitting here once again. Nugent Hopkins pops LaFerriere. Everybody hits in the playoffs. David building speed.
Here's our first penalty of the night. We'll see if they can get something going here.
Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Bouchard outs it. Scores!
And the Oilers get what they need again.
Burst of speed around Draisaitl. Hard to the net. The save it by Pickard. Rebound. Kopitar. Could not take it home.
Doughty feeds it right side. Shot. Score! Kings on the board late in the first period. Kane's going to get a penalty here. I think he got an elbow or a stick up on Milan.
The Kings have an opportunity here.
Here's Fiala from Kempe. Walks in, shoots, and scores. And the Kings have tied the game. Their 6th power play goal of the series.
And the Karam off the backboard, scramble right in front. Pops back there at the feet, and a diving save made by Kemper. Wow.
And back to the blue line. A shot. Score! It's another power play goal. And the Kings now have a lead.
Up to Connor Brown with Adam Henry in on the forecheck. It's Kane. A backhand score. And we are tied at 3.
What a game this is becoming. Both of these teams just will not be denied.
Back come the Kings. Moore. A shot. He scores! Oh, Trevor Moore. Fought off the check.
What a response by the Kings. Just 9 seconds after the equalizer.
Wollman and this Oilers team look on shock. David's going, you kidding me?
Wollman shot. Stayed out. Kemper can't wrap up the rebound. McDavid throws it in front. And Kane scores. Red light goes on.
And now the question is Jim Hiller going to challenge for goalie interference? They're going to.
They are going to. This is a gutty call from Jim Hiller, because if you challenge and this goal does not come off the board, then Edmonton could regain the lead in regulation with a power play.
This is going to be close.
After review, the call on the ice stand.
There you go.
You got a 4-4 game, and it's the Oilers to the power play. Incredible swing. 6:42 on the clock.
Through the middle of the ice. In over the line to Draisaitl to Bouchard. Scores! Well, that didn't take long. The Oilers are up 5-4.
Saucer back down. He struggled to maintain it. Hoffman took it away. McDavid has it open net. He'll skate in and put away game 3.
You're not catching him in the neutral zone. Connor McDavid says, we're putting this away.
And the Edmonton Oilers are right back in this series. The dust settles, and who had the most points? Connor McDavid.
He has to be a factor, and he was. More often than not, he always is.
Say a playoff series doesn't start until a road team wins a game. LA is trying to win on the road here and go home with an opportunity to close it out Tuesday night.
This is for sure a pivotal game for the Los Angeles Kings, as you mentioned, looking to take a stranglehold, and for Edmonton trying to tie this series, bring it back for a 3-game series to Los Angeles.
Kings break out 2-on-1. Byfield centers one-timer, and that stayed out.
Well, the Kings get the quick break.
Another odd-man rush. Moore and the trailer, and he got bowled over from behind by Connor McDavid.
The Kings have numbers again early. There's a penalty, though, hooking on McDavid.
The best power play in the Stanley Cup playoffs will hit the ice.
Empty dishes, one-timer, and then run the outside of the goalpost.
The only thing the Kings don't have here to start period number 1 in Game 4 is something on the board.
Hard around. Moore blocked it, couldn't find it, gets it back now with the circling. He scores! Trevor Moore!
And that's a huge goal here for the LA Kings to get this lead.
Churning the legs, holding the Edmonton line, puts down low. Fogle saving the rebound, stuffed home. Warren Fogle makes it 2-0, and Calvin Pickard wants a review, emphatically gesturing.
No challenge on the play. We know what happened in Game 3. Drop the puck, it's 2-0.
That'll shields it nicely. Now it's taken down. That'll be a penalty.
Well, the Oilers with pressure along the wall, and they get a chance here to get it back within 1. In front of the net, the backhand by Perry, rebound, scores!
Outside the rink, inside the rink, right on cue. The power play brings them to life here in Edmonton.
The Oilers will get their power play goal and back within 1.
Defensive play by Fiala, and then he knocks down the outlet pass, great shot, score! And LA regains a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1. And LA will go to the third period with a lead once again. Edmonton has rallied from this kind of hole before. They're going to have to do it again tonight in Game 4 to even the series.
Draisaitl tried to self-pass. Bouchard to Draisaitl's got a chance. He holds. He passes. Pepper, great save. And he got the second one, too.
From the right wing to Draisaitl. All the way up to the line. In front of the net. Bounces in. Scores! And the Edmonton Oilers are to within 1. The King lead now 3-2.
Well, this place erupted, and they needed something to happen here in this third period.
In the Kings, 2-on-1 if Byfield hustles. He does. Fiala shoots, hit the post.
My, oh my. Would that have ended it? We'll have to forget about that and go on.
Extra attacker is on for Edmonton.
The Oilers trying to draw something up here, tie this game.
McDavid to the blue line. Bouchard right side to Draisaitl to Bouchard. Score!
Are you kidding me? We are tied 3-3. 28 seconds left.
We'll have overtime. Gut check time for both sides.
Bouchard right side. His shot kicked out. Loose. Tipped wide.
Into the corner, centering pass. Here's McDavid, saved by Kemper, and he covers it up.
There's a pass that gets broken up by Gavrikov. His stick tied up, and a penalty will be called.
Gavrikov ponders his fate. It's going to be the longest 2 minutes of his life.
To Nugent Hopkins, side of the net, McDavid in front of the goal, loose puck, scores!
The power play goal sends this series back to Los Angeles at 2 wins apiece.
Had plenty of opportunities to put it away and did not. So here we are. We're home 2-2 instead.
Los Angeles, site of Game 5 in what has become a best-of-3 in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
The home ice was a major story coming into this series. It has played out that way. The home team's won all 4 games so far.
For Edmonton, they have not scored a first-period goal in this building in the playoffs, and they're looking to get off to a better start. And they have to if they want to win in LA, which they're going to have to do if they want to win this series.
It's Nugent Hopkins to the middle, and Hyman shoots one. Then the rebound banked off Kemper. Still available for a moment as Evander Kane cannot thread it through. We got a pile up behind the LA net.
Draisaitl, McDavid centers, Tim Perry, save his man in tight, rebound cleared.
Now Corey Perry has made a living in his career in front. He's trying to do the same thing near the end of his career here with the Oilers.
Now he comes in and barrels down McDavid. Teammates in the Four Nations. Well, teammates right now.
Puck still deep in the King's end. Hyman works it free. A backhander. Save off Henrique. Henrique
stopped again.
Darcy Kemper doing his job here. The Kings counterattack.
Kuzmenko, curl and drag, feeds it across, but it goes behind Kempe.
They have the defenseman and the goaltender beat.
Arvidsson ridden down hard by Edmondson. Byfield taking over, loses it. Save in front by Kemper.
Oh, that's a penalty. Kings will get a power play here.
Out for Fiala. Fiala, a shot. Save is made. Rebound, a scramble in front. And the Oilers get a handle.
Pulled that one out of a pile. McDavid for Bouchard! What a save from Darcy Kemper!
Holy jumping!
Oilers have not scored, obviously, but the Kings need to stop the bleeding a little bit.
Lead pass right wing. Took on his hand. That's going to be a penalty against Darnell Nurse. And the Kings will be on the power play for the second time tonight.
They have to find a little bit of action in the offensive zone because they haven't spent much time there.
Kempe back out up high. Kopitar with a shot. Score! And the game's first goal. Power play goal. LA up 1-0.
6 minutes gone by in the second period. Chipped it back to Evander Kane across the Woolman. In front. Kemper dropped it. Big chance. Hyman. Batted down. Another chance. Woolman. Still loose.
Kept in by Klingberg. Penalty over. Here's Kane. Scores! Evander Kane ties the game at 1.
For the first time in this series, LA does not have a lead through 40 minutes, with the balance of the series hanging on the next 20 minutes. Jake Woolman chips it off of Moore, grabbed by Podkolzin, Arvidsson, a drive, rebound, score! Edmonton has its first lead!
Gains the line, trying to get a step on Kulak, shoveled it on goal, Pickard made the save, and then Kane was driven into his own net. Empty net, 6-on-5 here for LA, trying to tie the score down by 1. Fiala looking over his options, step to the slot, and a shot stopped by Pickard, rebound to the corner.
1:05 to go here in the third. 2-1 Oilers lead. Draisaitl steals through the middle to Nugent-Hopkins. Scores!
The Edmonton Oilers, they get their win on the road, and they'll have a chance to win it in 6 on home ice on Thursday.
Coming into this building, playing against a good team, everybody was ready to bring their A game, and most of them did.
We got to go win a hockey game. They took it away from us. We got to go win a hockey game and take it back. That's just the way it goes. I mean, there's no tricks here.
Live from Edmonton, Alberta. Rogers Place, Kings, Oilers, moments away from Game 6. It takes 4 to win a series.
The Edmonton Oilers looking to put away the LA Kings for the 4th year in a row. They've never lost in a game where they've had a chance to eliminate Los Angeles.
The Kings have had good starts throughout this series, and the Kings would love another good start here in Game 6.
Los Angeles trying to force a Game 7 that would be Saturday in downtown Los Angeles. And away we go.
And that's going to be tracked down by Alex Laferriere. He'll pick it up for Los Angeles.
Fiala centers. Here's Byfield. Score! What a start for the Kings!
And a minute 19 into Game 6. The Kings are up 1-0.
Got in front. Got stumped. Brown dragging on the back pedal with the shot. Score!
And the Oilers get the goal right back.
What a start to Game 6.
Fourth line out there, 3 minutes into the game, and they get scored on. Philip Deneau to Brent Clark. Great shot, score!
Just 33 seconds after the Oilers' goal to tie it, Brent Clark comes through in a major way.
We got a penalty coming against LA.
Boarding is going to be the call as Podkolzin takes the shot, block goes to the corner.
And Edmonton will put its vaunted power play down a goal here in the first. Trying to dance away from Edmondson. McDavid seam shot. Score! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins tied at 2. This is madness.
Off the face-off, puck goes to Nurse. He scores! That was deflected in front of the net! And the Oilers are up 3-2.
On the entry, a drop. Janmark let it go. Nurse, a shot. Score! The lead is 2. This one to the line, gloved down by Brown, charging ahead with Henry. Brown moving in, centered toward Henry, score!
And fatigue gets set in here for LA. There's no question about it.
The Kings won one, but you can't allow the next one for the Oilers. They smell blood in the water.
Game 6, here's Sammy Helenius. Drop pass, Fiala. In front, one-timer rifled home by Jordan Spence. And the Kings are right back in this game at 5-3.
The extra skater is on. 6-on-5. Kings down by 2 in Game 6.
Brown in an uproar. Fiala. Kopitar tees it up. Kempe. Kopitar steps in. Shoots. What a right pass. Save. He made it.
And the Kings just continue to press here in this third period.
The Kings 1 minute away from being eliminated by the Oilers for a 4th consecutive year. Back to the point. Downey fires and scores. 53 seconds to go, and the Kings are still alive.
What a moment this is. Down a goal. 54.1 left. Staring down their nemesis these last 4 years. 10 seconds to go. Downey hammers one up ice. Blocked by Brown. Brown scores! The Oilers take down the Kings again. This time in 6 in the first round. And despair for Los Angeles. They've run into the vaunted Edmonton Oilers again. And for a 4th straight year, the Oilers take down the Kings in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
It's a missed opportunity for us. We believe we should have won the series. We didn't, so that's the bottom line.
In a week, we went from down 2-0 to winning the series.
There's no quit in that team. There's a high sense of belief. We're never out of a game. We're never out of a series. So we showed that last year. We can even show that this year.